Now on Good Morning El Paso.
We're just hours away from the first presidential debate here at Hofstra University on Long Island. I'm ABC's Stephanie Ramos in New York. Hear how the candidates have prepped for tonight's debate and what we should expect. That's coming up. And new video released over the weekend is leaving more questions for investigators in the deadly shooting of a man by a police officer.
And family and friends prepare to say goodbye to 3 young children tragically killed in a fire. The latest on how you can help.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC 7's Good Morning El Paso.
Hillary Clinton is the voice for global special interests.
He is not just unprepared. He is temperamentally unfit.
It's your voice, your vote. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump will finally meet face-to-face tonight in their first presidential debate.
It is the first of 3 such debates, which come as both Clinton and Trump are viewed pretty negatively by large numbers of Americans.
And interest in the presidential race has been intense. The campaigns are expecting a record-breaking audience.
Yes.
Good morning, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. I'm Stephanie Valle.
And I'm Hillary Floren. Good morning, everyone. Weather is on top of everyone's minds today because they've been up all night, probably, listening to the wind.
Yes, and that's why we're under a first alert. Hi, Nicole.
Good morning. It's still windy outside, especially in West El Paso. Our studio lights are shaking. That's how strong the winds are. So be careful as you're headed out, and make sure you give yourself plenty of time on the roadways because, again, we are seeing those windy conditions. First alert in effect for today. All the changes that we're tracking. Much cooler temperatures, stronger winds, and we also have rain chances in the forecast. But if you are headed out, this is what it feels like outside. 63 Las Cruces, 64 El Paso. We're in the 40s, Ruidoso, 50s out in TRC and Silver City. Wind advisory is in effect until lunchtime, but even after lunchtime, once that advisory expires, it will still be windy. 13 miles per hour is where we're sitting in El Paso, Alamogordo with the strongest winds, Van Horn, Sierra Blanca, and Guadalupe Pass. To start out the morning, we do have that slight chance for showers, cool temperatures. Notice at 9 o'clock, Las Cruces, you're at 62 degrees. Our clouds and radar picture also showing that we have plenty of moisture in place with just a few sprinkles falling around southern New Mexico and out and dimming just a few sprinkles as well. But coming up at 6:07 with your weather and traffic on the 7s, we're going to check on those wind speeds with our ABC 7 WeatherNet sites, plus your current temperatures and your morning planner to get you out the door. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Nicole. Now 6:03. We are just hours away from the very first presidential debate. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump one-on-one in the most highly anticipated campaign event of the season. And polls show a tightening race nationally and in critical battleground states. ABC's Stephanie Ramos has a preview from where it will all go down in New York.
It's showtime. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump facing off for their first one-on-one debate tonight in New York. Home turf for both of them.
Well, they say she's been practicing for the debate. Some people think she's sleeping.
You've got to be prepared for like wacky stuff that comes at you. And I am drawing on my experience in elementary school.
We got a look as workers put the final touches on the stage at Hofstra University on Long Island. The first presidential debate between Clinton and Trump will be divided into 6 segments for a total of 90 minutes. The audience is instructed not to boo or cheer. Both candidates trying to prove why they should lead the nation.
I'm very excited just to see what the candidates bring. I think the first debate will really kind of solidify how I'm feeling.
And how have the candidates been prepping for the debate? Clinton diving into briefing materials daily.
It's unfair to ask for Hillary both to play traffic cop with Trump, make sure that his lies are corrected, and also to present her vision for what she wants to do.
Senior campaign sources tell ABC News Trump hasn't really focused on policy or held mock debates.
He will answer the questions asked. We certainly hope that the questions go to policy, answer the questions that the American people have. They deserve and expect these candidates to be talking about the issues.
And the race couldn't be any tighter. A new ABC News Washington Post poll shows Hillary Clinton holding at 46%. Donald Trump just 2 points behind. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, New York.
And the three topics discussed in the debate will be America's direction, achieving prosperity, and securing America. In last night's ABC 7 Extra, we spoke to local borderland experts about the importance of tonight's debate and how it can cement the electorate's view of the candidates.
This is the opportunity and the peril for the candidates. Will they be able to introduce themselves properly? Will they be able to unconfirm the bad things that people have heard about them over the years? Will they be able to remake their reputations?
The presidential debate happens tonight right here on ABC 7. It all kicks off at 7 o'clock.
New this morning.
No peace! No justice! No peace!
A group of about 100 demonstrators held a protest outside the stadium of the Carolina Panthers Sunday, surrounded by at least 24 officers on bicycles. The protests were mainly peaceful. Over the weekend, protests in North Carolina continued following the fatal police shooting of Lamont Scott last week. The dramatic video released by police has been released, leaving more questions for investigators. We'll have the newly released videos and break down what can be seen in them coming up during our second half hour of Good Morning El Paso. Meanwhile, a new medical review may show that certain cholesterol and health-related drugs for the heart are more effective with less real side effects than previously thought. Good morning, El Paso's Denise Olivas, or rather Andrew J. Polk is live with more. Andrew.
Yeah, good morning, Hillary and Stephanie. Anyone with heart concerns has probably heard about statins, that class of drug that is intended to lower bad cholesterol, but there have been concerns about other adverse effects as well. Now, the drugs have been considered a cheap and effective option for heart health, as there are no longer medical patents covering the manufacturing of this drug. But now a new medical review states that statins may not only lower cholesterol in the blood, but may also control levels of inflammation that can contribute to things like heart attacks and strokes. Dr. Juan Taveras, a cardiologist with Las Palmas Medical Center, says that some of the side effects previously reported, like muscle pain, may be over-exaggerated as well.
We advise this patient to start exercises, and one of the side effects that they notice the most is muscle aches. So if you give the patient the medication, you tell them, listen, one of the side effects that you're going to experience is muscle aches, and they start exercising. Then when they come back to see you a couple of months later and they're exercising, they're going to be sore because they're exercising more.
Now, even with this new review, the entire medical community isn't totally convinced. But coming up in the next half hour, what Dr. Taveras has to say about the overall effectiveness regardless of side effects. Hillary and Stephanie.
All right, thanks so much, Andrew. And now at 6:07, weather and traffic.
Yes, and Nicole is standing by, starting things off. Hi, Nicole.
Good morning. It is windy out there. Here's a look at what you can expect if you're headed out, or our peak wind gusts, I should say. Northeast El Paso so far, 27 miles per hour. Down in Fabens, 18 and 19 at St. Pius. It looks like the west side of town is seeing the strongest winds currently. Light in Las Cruces, we're at 13 El Paso, 16 miles per hour to your sea with the strongest wind gust at Guadalupe Pass. As far as temperatures, it will be much cooler today. Right now, Guadalupe Pass, 47 degrees is the temperature. We're in the 60s, El Paso, Las Cruces, 59 to your sea, and 58 in Silver City. Now, as you plan your day today, this is what you'll need: an umbrella, because we will have those increased rain chances this afternoon, and maybe even a light jacket, because our temperatures will run about 20 degrees below average for today. Our forecast highs only in the 60s. Mauricio?
Hi, Nicole. Good morning. Well, traffic looking good early on your Monday morning. We're not tracking any delays or closures going on. Really just tracking a whole lot of green across El Paso and Las Cruces as well. Good morning to you. 64 miles per hour is what we're tracking on I-10 heading west. 73 if you're heading east towards El Paso. 65 right now is our current speed on I-25. I can also tell you Highway 70 east of Las Cruces won't give you any issues. That's scheduled to remain open all day. Now, in a day like today when we're under a first alert, a good idea to download the ABC 7 Storm Track Weather and Traffic app. It'll keep you up to date on all of your road conditions plus your weather, and that's available on the App Store and Google Play. Back to you.
Thanks, Mauricio. Yeah, keep it here for more headlines coming up.
Including family and friends in Socorro mourning the loss of 3 young children who died over the weekend.
The community of Socorro also shaken up after police say a man shot and killed his wife. We have the latest on both investigations coming up.
It is 6:09 and this is ABC 7, where news comes first.
You're watching ABC 7's Good Morning El Paso with Hillary Floren, Stephanie Valle, and live reports from Denise Olivas.